Coming up today on The Link, Jeff Bishop and Larissa McMichael tell us all the activities that are coming up with the Noonan-Coweta Historical Society. And we're going to hear from Sergeant First Class Adcock, Chief Meadows, and Sheriff Yeager as we back the blue in our community. Stay with us. Welcome to The Link. I'm Lana Mobley.
And I'm Mark Whitlock.
You're going to love our show today. You have a great interview with Jeff Bishop and Larissa McMichael from the Noonan-Coweta Historical Society.
A number of things going on with the society. Among them, a storytelling event that's going to bring world-class talent here to Noonan and Coweta County. I think people are really going to enjoy this.
I think so too.
I think this is going to be the first of what becomes an annual event.
You know, they have so many cool things that they continue to do, and it's across a variety of topics, so there's always something for everyone of interest at the Historical Society.
You bet. Storytellers from Atlanta to Ireland will be here in Noonan, Coweta County, telling stories. A great way to transmit culture, a great way to transmit meaning, and a lot of fun. And I think people are really going to enjoy this.
Well, you know, also, we are going to show footage of an interview I actually did last week when we had the New Link Early Bird Forum, and the topic was Back the Blue for the program. We had Sergeant First Class Adcock, we had Chief Meadows, and Sheriff Yeager on. They did an amazing job talking about what we can do as a community to help solicit more support for the police and what they're doing in this community to make it a safer place to live. And so I had the opportunity, and this will be a great interview with them, and I think our viewers will really enjoy hearing what they have to say.
I think they'll enjoy it. Of course, law enforcement here well ahead of the state in our avenues like training, like the use of cameras.
Yes.
We have great law enforcement here, and we know the community supports them, and we'll support them even more.
I think one of the things that they emphasize is the fact that all three of those units really work together, unlike a lot of communities across the country. And they also talked about what the community can do to help. And it's not all about the police, it's what all we can do together. We're
all in it together.
Right, and it's football time again.
It is.
I can't believe it's here.
It's hard to believe.
So you stay with us. We have a lot more coming up today on The Link.
In my grocery store, you never know what's around the corner. It's not just about the groceries, it's about the game. Here we go. We'll spin the wheel for your special ingredient. And there's always a twist. Sorry, this one's called 5 items or less.
What?
Create a fresh plate with only bags, boxes, and cans. Stop working.
Woo.
All new, Sunday night at 8. Guys Grocery Games. On Food Network.
Game's on.
Welcome back to The Link. I have the distinct honor of welcoming our officers of public safety here. I have Sheriff Mike Yeager, Chief Buster Meadows, and Sergeant First Class Mike Adcock, who were with us at the New Link Early Bird Forum this morning. Gentlemen, thank you for your service, and the program was awesome. You know, one of the things that has come up since the recent activities across the country is the topic of training. And have you changed your training with the officers since all these things have occurred? Mike, you want to address that first?
Well, we have. I mean, I can speak on behalf of not only our agency, but across the state. You know, I'd spoken to the crowd and told them I'm on the Peace Officer Standard Training Council. And since the Ferguson incident back a couple years ago, we have updated and we have brought more emphasis on certain types of training to all law enforcement. You know, we've increased our cultural diversity training. We've increased our less lethal, our more lethal force. We've also put a big emphasis in ethics for our officers. So, you know, I would think that would be, yes, a definite yes on that, that officers are constantly, training and trying to turn things around The public just don't see it, you know. I'm kind of getting tired of turning on the TV and an incident happened involving an officer and someone, first thing they bring up is officers need more training. Officers are getting the training. I think now it's time for the public and families and different cultures, they need the training now.
You know, I think that brings up a good point. And Chief Meadows, you brought up in the program today what programs the city has put into place to help the community with the youngsters. Can you speak on that just a moment?
Yes, the Explore and Learning for Life, that's a program that comes through your Boy Scout Association and all, and it brings the kids in, teaches them basically what law enforcement is, the different areas of law enforcement. A lot of people think law enforcement is just riding the streets in a marked car or undercover stuff or all this kind of stuff. But it's not, it's a lot more. It's community outreach, and it's working with children, it's working with grown folks, it's working with everybody, with the whole neighborhood. So it's teaching them basically, this is what law enforcement is about. The guitars, not guns, it's for underprivileged kids, and they come in, they get an 8-week lesson on how to play a guitar, and if they finish that successfully, they get to keep the guitar, and then they also come back for an advanced training. The tennis programs where they're teaching them how to play tennis, how to use it to help relax and to learn the benefits of going out and accomplishing things that you can do on your own, and encouragement for all these age groups, just giving them the encouragement.
I think that's wonderful. And Jake, if you will follow me, I'm going to walk over here so I can talk to Sergeant First Class Adcock. From a highway patrol standpoint, what's your toughest challenge right now with the force?
It's just slowing people down, keeping awareness of the drinking and driving, distracted driving is that aspect. We're trying to do the best we can to keep those numbers down and raise awareness.
What can you do to encourage more young men and women to apply? Because with everything most recently, I know I've heard that the recruits are down. Yes. What can we do to help you let the young men and women want to be police officers?
Well, first off, something I didn't mention on earlier, just watch how you live. Listen to your parents. They're telling you what to do and how to live, and don't try to go out and reinvent the wheel. Keep your finances in order. Keep your background, your drug use to zero.
Right.
Don't do it. That's what's holding us up on qualified applicants is getting financial trouble, drug use. We have a tattoo policy. You can't be shown. We've got a lot of great people that just get dropped out on that. And then the PT part of it, the physical training part of it. Those 4 things is. We'll start out with 1,200 applicants, and we can just start 50 with a trooper school.
Wow.
So those things, just listen to your parents, live right, do right, and it's a noble profession, like the sheriff mentioned earlier. Pay's not great, but you'll make a good living, and you'll be rewarded each day when you get home.
I think the reward for what you all do, too, says so much because you're giving back. But I think the hard part, just as I mentioned at the end of today's program, is those of us who work in the public sector, when we go home at night, we know we put in a good day's work. And when I get up in the morning, I'm like, I'm not afraid to go to work. You guys and the ladies that serve us every day, you don't know that you're going to come home at night. You hope and pray you do, but you don't know. And the main thing, though, is this community is safe because of all 3 agencies working together. I think we are so fortunate to have the 3 agencies because in a lot of communities, they don't work together. They work not necessarily against each other, but you all have been friends. You all grew up here. You know, you know what it takes to make a community safe, correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's right. We do.
Well, thank you. This has been a wonder.
You've got about 100-year experience right here between the 3 of us.
Now, don't tell everybody's age, Buster.
Yes.
I'm the youngest.
Yes.
Well, on behalf of the New Link Early Bird Forum and the community, I want to thank you. And each of you are going to be able to take back to your office the banners that have been signed by all the chamber members, and that's going to be great for you to put in your lobby and let the people on your forces know that they are appreciated in everything they do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with a lot more coming up today on The Link.
Celebrity judges.
Oh yeah, you go down.
Choose seasoned chefs.
Bobby, watch out.
Getting an opportunity to go head-to-head is a dream come true. This is like a mini Iron Chef. What time is it?
Game time.
But can they beat, play,
A lot of people want to see you get beat, crushed.
Bring them on. It's definitely going to be interesting.
All new Thursday night at 10. Beat Bobby Flay. On Food Network. Dig in.
Get your fixer-upper fix on HGTV.
Pow!
Every Tuesday,
Reporting for duty.
Chip and Joanna make dreams come true.
It's gonna look awesome.
OMG!
With more challenges, more surprises,
Are y'all ready to see your fixer-upper?
more Chip,
I think it's always fun to shake it up a little bit.
Amen.
Fixer-upper. Tuesday night at 9, only on HGTV.
Welcome back to The Link. We are delighted to welcome to the set of The Link Jeff Bishop, Executive Director, Noonan Coweta Historical Society, and Society member Larissa McMichael, who's working on logistics for a lot of great events coming up this fall. Welcome to The Link.
Thanks for having us, Mark.
Thank you.
We are excited about what the Society is doing this fall. Jeff, could you give us maybe just a list of what's going on this fall, and then we'll dig into those particular events.
Sure. Yeah, we have a lot of great stuff coming up for the fall. We have, first up, we have the rummage sale that we're doing. It's kind of a throwback to what used to happen with Powers Crossroads. We've got on the front lawn of the McRitchie Hollis Museum, we'll have some people set up doing a rummage sale, kind of an old school rummage sale. And then we have, right on the heels of that, on September 24th, we have the Storytelling Festival, which is the first time we've done that. Real excited about that. We have some real world-class talent coming, and we'll tell you more about that in just a minute. Then we also have the second annual Quilt Expo in October, first weekend in October, and that'll be at the Depot, and we'll have quilts from all over the region, and it was real popular last year, and I think we'll have another great event this year with that. And then mid-October, we have the Cemetery Tour, which is going to be a lot of fun. We've got some theater company folks involved with that. We'll be taking them around the grave sites and talking about the people who used to live here and call Noonan their home back in the 1800s, early 1900s, and really excited about that as well. We just have a lot of fun stuff up on the slate, so we're excited.
Jeff, how will people get engaged in that? Do they go to your website, get tickets? How do they get engaged with those events?
We have tickets for some of these events that are on eventbrite.com.
Okay.
And then some of them you have to buy tickets at the door, like the Quilt Expo. And there's a website, www.noonancowetahistoricalsociety.com.
Okay.
We also have a Facebook page.
Great. So lots of ways to get engaged.
Sure.
Larissa, you've put together the first of what I got to believe will be an annual event around storytelling. How did you put all this together? This is incredible.
Well, the idea came when we got an email from someone in the Southern Order of Storytellers saying that someone by the name of Helena Byrne was coming to the Atlanta area to headline a storytelling festival up in, I believe, Roswell or Alpharetta, one of those places up there. And that we would have an opportunity to have her in Noonan as well if we wanted. So I spoke to Jeff about that, and he thought it was a great idea as well. And so we decided to take advantage of that opportunity and have her come headline this event.
She's from Ireland?
She's from Ireland.
Yeah. Well known in storytelling?
She is, and she does a lot of kind of Irish folklore storytelling, and she also is a musician and plays music along with her stories, music that is very maybe kind of new age. And
We've got other storytellers who will be headlining along with her.
We do. So she's our main headliner, and then in addition to her, we have Betty Ann Wiley, who is a Southern storyteller. She does a lot of great kind of real-world stories about everyday people. She'll be doing a story called Why I Live at the P.O., which is a Eudora Welty story. I've seen her do that before at another storytelling festival in Atlanta. We also have Barry Stewart Mann, who has traveled the world and tells stories, world stories, really. And he's very energetic and engaging. And then we have Akbar. Akbar is let's see, he
Uncle
does
Remus.
Yeah, he does Uncle Remus, and
from Atlanta.
He is.
Yeah,
He's from
yeah.
the Atlanta area.
Yeah.
And he does African folklore stories as well, and drumming.
Outstanding, outstanding. Jeff, why storytelling? Why is this important for the Historical Society and for our community?
Well, there's a quote that I like about that. There's a storyteller who's a Native American. His name is King. And he says, stories are all that we are. Yeah. And I think that that's a powerful statement. I think that when you think about it, stories tell us what's important. They tell us, the difference between right and wrong and really who we are as human beings. And so I think that, stories are just as important as anything else as far as just giving us a guide to life. Yeah. And, they kind of just sort of bring out the important things in life.
Yeah, it's both history and the future.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Larissa, putting this together had to take a while. How did you make it happen? This is the first time this has been done.
Well, I'm taking a lot of inspiration from our neighbors down in LaGrange with their annual Azalea Storytelling Festival, which has really become a signature event for that area. And people look forward to that event, and people travel from all over to go to LaGrange for the Azalea Storytelling Festival, which is usually in the spring, I believe April usually. And so we wanted to do something like that with storytelling in this community and get people in this community excited about storytelling. And so we used that festival as sort of a inspiration for this.
Yeah. I think I remember seeing that Michael Scott is also going to be involved, local storyteller, and he's going to be sharing some of his artistry.
Oh, and he's wonderful, and he comes at it from the Scottish storytelling angle, and he also plays the bagpipes, which is wonderful. But we have another event coming up in January that focuses on the Scottish traditions, Robert Burns' Supper in Cayley, and Michael Scott's been instrumental in that for several years now. Yeah. And also, as far as local storytelling, we have a group, Larissa's headed up this group as well, which meets at the McRitchie Hollis Museum. And it's an opportunity for local storytellers to learn more about the craft and to really delve into that.
It is a craft, it's artistry. It appears, when I've watched it, appears to be difficult to do. I mean, these folks really practice that craft. As we wrap up our segment, Jeff, tell us again the lineup of events and how people can get engaged.
Well, again, we have the rummage sale coming up first, early September. Then we've got the storytelling event in September 24th. We've got the Quilt Expo coming up first weekend in October. And then October 15th, I believe, we have the cemetery tour. We also have some artists that are coming and bringing on shows at the museum. We just opened up Simple Pleasures, a photography exhibit. We have Coweta County Remembered that's going to be focusing on the history of Coweta County. We also have Tiffany Thomas coming in November, and David Boyd is going to be coming to the museum with a new show in January. So we've got a big lineup, real excited about it. You want to find out more, it's NoonanCowetaHistoricalSociety.com, or you can find us on Facebook, and also Eventbrite.com. You can get your tickets.
Great. Executive Director, Noonan Coweta Historical Society, Jeff Bishop, member Larissa McMichael. Thank you for working on this storytelling event. Thanks for bringing that to our community, along with the other great things that you're doing.
Thank you, Mark.
You stay tuned. The link will be right back.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. Love. But what really makes up this country of ours? What is it we love? It's the people. Almost half the country belongs to minority groups. People who are lesbian, African American, and bi and transgender and Native American, and proud of it. After all, what's more American than freedom to celebrate the things that make us, us? This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, disability, sexuality, race, religion, and any other labels. Because the second any of us judge people based on those labels, we're not really being patriotic, are we? Because love has no labels.
Flea Market Flip is back. Better than ever. $500, 1 hour. Go shop, run!
We're definitely gonna win.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna win.
It's all about finding, fixing, and flipping. The winner, $5,000. That's a lot of money at a flea market.
I know, money.
I think this will sell in a heartbeat.
This is one of the most unique things we've ever done on Flea Market Flip.
Sweet.
Flea Market Flip, Sunday at 8 on Great American Country.
Everything you love about baseball is on FS1.
Oh, that ball is absolutely crushed.
The best teams, the brightest stars.
Incredible!
Every show-stopping,
A diving catch.
jaw-dropping,
That ball was torched.
unbelievable moments. Every Saturday, baseball is on FS1. Baseball Saturdays on FS1, all season long.
Cameron, what do you have for us to put on our calendar this week?
Hello audience, my name is Cameron and welcome to another community calendar segment. Here are a couple things to get you looking forward to this upcoming week. Are you a fan of bingo? If so, then come bingo it up at Chattahoochee Bend State Park on Friday, September 9th at 7:30 p.m. You can combine the educational side of wildlife and the fun of bingo just for the price of $2 per player. If you're a bookworm looking for great literature, then I recommend going to the book sale hosted by Friends of the Coweta Library. This sale will take place on Friday, September 9th from 3 to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 10 to 3 p.m. The location will be at the Central Library located at 85 Literary Lane. Fill the belly of the beast by donating to the feast. The Yappy Hour Pet Food Drive and concert benefiting the Noonan Coweta Humane Society will be on Saturday, September 10th at 7 p.m. at the Alamo in downtown Noonan. The cost is $10 per person and a pet food donation. That's all for the community calendar. Make sure you're getting out of the house and enjoying this summer weather while we still have it. And be sure to catch the link next week and more of the community calendar.
Let's take a look at Pauline, the Chow Chow Mix, as our pet of the week.
Hey guys, Jeanette and Ann with the Noonan Coweta Humane Society down here at Coweta County Animal Control, showcasing this pretty girl, Pauline, as our pet of the week. Pauline is a Chow Chow mix. She's hanging out in A1. That's her kennel number down here at Animal Control. She's about 4 years old and she was picked up as a stray from the city of Noonan. But folks, she is one smart girl. She's already house trained. She knows some basic commands. As you can see, she's very well mannered. But what a sweet girl she is, and she is just so smart and wonderful. So if you're looking to add a very special girl to your home, then you definitely want to come down to Animal Control and rescue Pauline and give this girl a forever home. Back to you guys in the studio.
Welcome back to The Link. Lana, we had a great show this week.
We did. It was so nice to talk to Chief Meadows and Sheriff Yeager and Sergeant First Class Adcock about what they're doing in training, and it was intriguing to me how the City of Noonan Police Department is using the community officer, Lee, to get the kids involved with things like tennis. The officers are going by the schools and meeting with the kids, and then Guitars Not Guns is an awesome program that they're working with Doug Keys and other musicians in the community to try to get the kids involved and learn things, because as you know, in our community, a lot of children don't have the parental influence that they really need. So the police officers are getting out and getting involved. So it was very heartwarming to hear what they're doing to help.
Well, and our police, our law enforcement always have been engaged in this community, getting even more engaged. That's good for the whole community.
It is. And then on the State Highway Patrol group, Sergeant First Class Adcock talked about they need officers. So what they're doing for recruitment to get people to really apply and want to be a part of that organization.
Yeah. I really enjoyed talking with Jeff Bishop and Larissa McMichael. World-class storytelling coming to Noonan and Coweta County with the help of the Noonan Coweta Historical Society. Cemetery tour, rummage sale, quilts, you name it. The Historical Society is bringing some great events to this area people are going to enjoy. And I've got a feeling this storytelling event, this is going to be the first of what happens every year going forward. This is really
How fun.
world class.
Yeah, how fun to
Storytellers
start
from Ireland to Atlanta.
that. Wow.
Yeah.
And you know, coming up in the fall, it's going to be fair time.
Yep.
Starts September 16th, and as usual, we'll be on site at the fair to get everybody all ramped up to go. And then the homecoming season is here. Noonan's is first, EC, Northgate's right around the corner. And then the art walk. We've got so many fun
Screened on
things.
the green, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and the fall coming up, so we'll have a lot more of that coming up very soon.
It's going to be a great fall.
It is. We hope you enjoyed our show today and have a great week.
Have a great week.